This is a topic that honestly, truthfully, I've really had to put it into words and describe regarding the ever so growing problem of not only how expensive Hawaii is slowly but surely becoming, but the rising amount of people becoming homeless as a result. And tonight, and the reason I want to talk about this is because a coworker whose name I'm not going to reveal, of course, for personal reasons, will go by a simple name, Bob, has announced that he recently became homeless, despite the fact that he was working a 9 to 5 job like everyone else has. And unfortunately, the reasons as to why he gone to where he and his family is at now is simply because of a myriad of reasons. The first of which was that Bob, unfortunately, a month back, got injured on the job. And because, he did the right thing, reported that he got injured, sent home, and the process was supposed to be where, at that point, you should either file for disabilities acts or unemployment, etc., or find maybe another alternative to making money on the side. Because at the end of the day, he didn't get fired at the end of the day, but Bob had, in a way, like it seemed like he was really passionate for the job that he was at, and I could tell that for someone that really liked his job and was really trying to find any way, shape, or form to keep it, he was doing everything he can. And he, again, when Bob came back today to wrap up this little backstory, he announced that over a month later he actually is homeless now, and for reasons unknown, he basically was unable to get the help that he needed. He tried other methods, such as doing side hustles like Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub, for example. And unfortunately, none of them really panned out. And this was someone that had a wife and I believe 2 or 3 kids and a pet dog. And as of right now, as of me recording this video, he's pretty much out on the streets on his family, and we don't know where he or the family is at right now. But all we know for certain is that he is in a really tough spot. And it really got me wondering, shit, it's kind of crazy to think that one incident regarding work or life itself is enough to just completely destroy you and put you down at your lowest. Like one moment you have a roof over your head, which thankfully I'm grateful and blessed to have a roof over my head. Hell, being able to record and talk of videos about you guys right here, right now, I'm super grateful for that. But I always have that back thought in my head that all it takes is one bad moment or one bad day in a way to have it all come crashing down, and it just creates a massive domino effect. And for me personally, this is just another one of those rare cases where it's like it's rough out there. Everything in the world today is rough, it is tough, and at the end of the day, you just gotta look at things at a positive angle and a positive light. Sure, maybe you got bills to pay by the end of this week, and if you don't, you're gonna get kicked out, evicted, etc. Or there could be moments where there's a life at stake risk that you have to make a decision on. But no matter what, I feel like in those dark times, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And it just kind of is sad to think that our coworker Bob, unfortunately, is going through this homeless situation that is going through right now. And I wish him and pray for him the best. And I have no doubt that he's going to try his best to come into work the next day and hopefully push things and persevere. But as the way I see things, and this is something I've noticed from the job I have been working at for a while now, is that once you become homeless, at least here in Hawaii, you sadly don't really keep your job for long the moment you even announce that you're homeless. And sure, while Bob, there is potential that he's going to play it through, stick it through, and be able to, work as hard as he can until he finally is finding a place to live and be financially stable once again. it's still like no matter what, there is a good 50-50 chance that like either way, a myriad of reasons could happen with Bob that ultimately it's either he's either gonna A get let go because the company in question is gonna let him go for whatever myriad of reasons they have to throw against him as of late, or B, and this could be the sad reality that I've seen happen before, he quits himself because it's too overwhelming, life is too overwhelming, and he has to make the hardest sacrifices imaginable. And it's just sad, man. And I wanted to really just talk about this and once again just try to humble myself and those out there that at the end of the day, be grateful for what you have on you right here, right now. Because there's just people out there that are just struggling, that are just fighting to make ends meet, to just have a life in general. And it's it's just sad. It's devastating, and I don't know. I really did the best to try to make a video about this, but I hope for anyone that checks it out, let me know down what you think is good or bad about this. But either way, I just wanted to try and do something a little bit different for once and see how this goes, I suppose. But anyway, that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Later.